Hello everybody and welcome back to Sunshine Islands. It is now the 29th day of spring. I've returned a few days onwards from the horse festival for our first crop festival of the year. I do have a strawberry to submit to Felicia, so we will be going to that festival today. As you can see, it's kind of midday at this point. I went ahead and did all of my boring farm chores. I got all that stuff out of the way. And I've picked some of my strawberries that are out on the field. So we're gonna do the festival, and then I just have a few little sort of minor updates to talk about. We are getting into the end of the month, so now would be a good time to sort of go over a few things that I would like to talk about and just sort of mention briefly. The first is that my orchard is full and complete and looking absolutely fantastic. These two trees came in not too long ago, and so if we just take a quick walk through all the rows here, you can see that every single tree is fully grown. And we're gonna start getting some fruit next month from all the trees that have flowers. So with any luck, we should be able to get all of our fruit-related sunstones, and any fruit we have left, I hope that I'll be able to start using for cooking and for unlocking recipes. Really, the last thing I have to do is wait for these stone fences to break down so I can replace them with golden lumber. And then I'm pretty much worry-free at that point. Obviously, when these trees start to give us some fruit, I am gonna have to water them. And fingers crossed that they don't die, because it's taken a long time to achieve such nice results for our orchard, and I'm very, very happy to see that. It is 4 o'clock, so I'm going to head on over to the festival so I don't lose track of time and miss out. I still have been putting off buying the teleport stone. I don't know why. For some reason I keep telling myself I need to do that on screen. I really don't, but because I'm still walking everywhere, it does take me a little while to get places. So we made it here just in time. We're gonna go ahead and give Felicia our strawberry. And because it's A quality, we shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. I was honestly a little bit worried that I wasn't going to have a good crop for this festival. I had to sort of just leave the strawberries in the ground and hope that they increased in quality. And fortunately for me, I actually got very lucky because I had a little bit of rain to break up the periods of sunshine for when the strawberries were left in the ground. Strawberries cannot handle a lot of water or a lot of sunshine, actually. They're a little bit fickle, so I was really worried that there was going to be too much sun. But I just got lucky more than anything else. But I'll take it. This game owes me after all of the horrible luck I had with festivals last year. I think anyways. So she's gonna give us a red, which is awesome. I'm so happy to see a red. I can't remember if we won the blue at our horse festival or at our sheep festival, but we did win a blue earlier on in this month, and I remember saying at that time that having a red would be awesome because red and blue pair really wonderfully together on some of your farm tools. And so I am probably gonna put that on my sickle, I think. Either way, a red is great, and I will definitely find some use for it. Without a doubt. So obviously I've got a big fat surplus of Wonderfuls, just because some of them are not that useful or I don't really need them. I don't have any good use for my yellows, but yeah, I can definitely find a good use for the blue and the red, so that's probably something I'll do off screen. I'll kind of just fool around with different combinations and see what works best for me. I guess I can put this in my cabinet for now just to save some space. So what else is going on at the farm? Not a lot. I've kind of covered changes as we've gone along, but I'm just gonna have a quick look in my greenhouse. I already did all of my watering, but as you can see, I did lose a square of yams. I don't remember if I've gone over this or not, but basically what happened is I overwatered this particular square and I lost it. Now, I haven't gone through the effort of replacing this with new seeds because when we do some greenhouse upgrading, I think I plan on changing this to be the summer season so I can grow some summer crops. And also, I do already make quite a bit of money off of the yams that I have, even with just losing one of these areas, so I'm not overly concerned about it. And speaking of greenhouse upgrades, that's one of the things that we are going to tackle next. I've been checking on Harvestbright Island, and our green team is back. Our dark green Harvestbright team is back in full force from their 30-day rest period, and their return is going to be very short-lived because we're going to use them again, and then they will need another long 30-day resting period. So because the greenhouse upgrades require more money than they do lumber, we are going to have the sprites do the price decrease. I don't need them for a full 7 days, but I do need all 7 harvest sprites in order to be able to perform the enchantment. So unfortunately, we do have to use all of them, which means that they will have that very, very long rest period. But because we're at a point in the game where we don't really need a whole lot else, and we're just sort of waiting for a few last couple of things, it's really not a big deal that they're on such a long resting period. It's taken me quite a long time in order to save up to be able to do some of the big upgrades. You can see that I have $1.5 million, and without the sprites helping me out, I could actually afford to do the 2 greenhouse upgrades that I want to do. But if you can save money, you might as well. And I am curious to see what a large price decrease is going to look like. The last time I did a price decrease, I was pretty disappointed, but it was a medium enchantment, so maybe the large one will be a little bit better. We can come over to Ganon's now and have a look at the prices as they are without the sprites helping us out. We'll be able to see the changed prices tomorrow. And my main goals are to add a sunbox and a water spigot. So as you can see, this would cost about $1.4 million if we were using our own lumber to get ourselves another sunbox and a water spigot, and then we're looking at 600 pieces of lumber. So we'll keep those numbers in mind, and then we will come back and see how that looks with the sprites tomorrow. I actually don't know how much lumber I have. Almost 900 pieces. I thought that I had more than that, but it doesn't really matter because that would be perfectly fine in order to do what we're gonna do. We do have enough lumber to cover the cost of both of those upgrades. So that'll be something for us to do tomorrow. And those were really sort of the main highlights. The other thing that I need to mention, because I kind of screwed up, I'm not able to go back and actually show it on screen because I saved over me performing the action, but basically what happened was I put my 3 jugs of milk into the butter maker, and I mistakenly got the sunstone for using the butter maker and making 100 pieces of butter. So as you can see, we now have 26 sunstones, so we are so dangerously close to having the 30 that we need to raise Sunny Island. So 2 of them are going to be from fruits, our summer fruits and our fall fruits. 1 is going to be from our child, which will not be until next year. And then our last one is from using the flour mill. So I know exactly where they all are, and we should be able to get 3 out of the 4 of those sunstones in this year, which I guess will sort of maybe just make next year maybe like a bit of a compressed sort of speed run situation, because I don't know that I'm gonna have a ton of things to do or to talk about in year 5, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We've only just started in year 4, so I'm not overly concerned about it. So a bit of a shorter video today, but all positive. I really don't have anything to complain about. Like I said, this month has been really, really nice, and I haven't run into any hiccups or any huge disasters or anything to really nitpick or complain about. It's been a very, very nice start to year 4, and I'm very happy about that. So I will probably be back either tomorrow or the first day of summer to kind of go over a few more things that I want to talk about. And I didn't go over my assets just because there's not really a lot to say. I made just over $500,000 this month, not including what I'll make tomorrow. And that was mostly just animal products, yams from the greenhouse, and the odd other thing here and there to add into the mix. Very, very effortless. It was just kind of routine, everyday type of stuff. And I still managed to make lots and lots of money, which is a good thing. You can never complain too much about that. I could have made more of an effort and made more money, but like I've said before, we're kind of at a point where money doesn't really mean a whole lot, so as long as we have what we need to cover our greenhouse upgrades, I'm feeling very, very happy and satisfied with that. So we will continue on from this point in the next video. I want to thank you all so very much for watching this video, and I hope that I will see you next time.